Hi, ladies.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing okay? How was your week?
Tiring, but good.
Was it? Are you back
TGIF.
in the office now? Are you working from home or still or?
Yeah, I'm still at home, but for some reason, even that is tiring these days.
Right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't even know. I feel um like having the boys home was exhausting, but then not having them home is exhausting because like when I don't have them home, I feel compelled to like do all this stuff. So I'm like running around doing all these appointments and getting stuff done and shopping and cleaning out my closets and everything. So it's like, oh my gosh, they were almost like an excuse to not do anything, just sit on the couch and veg out and like pretend that I'm teaching them. But
Yeah.
how are you doing, Maria? How was your week?
Fine, thank you. Then are they attending a school every
Yeah.
day?
So they went back on Thursday. They go Thursday and Friday. So it's a hybrid schedule. So they're going to split the class. Half the class goes Monday and Tuesday. The other half goes Thursday and Friday. And then they all go virtual on Wednesday.
Oh, I see, I see.
So yeah. So they just went back on Thursday and now they're off all next week. So they had 2 days and now they're going to be off for 10 days. And then they're going to go back like after Thanksgiving, I guess.
Ah,
It's
yes.
crazy. It's like who came up with this schedule? I don't even know. It's like madness, but
Yes.
it's what we're doing. So they're
And this is Benzelen School District?
yeah, it's Salem,
Ah,
Grand Valley. So
ah.
I
They are
don't
all
know.
different. In Philadelphia, they are all virtual.
Oh, I know. Yeah, they totally went back, and right as we're going back to school, it makes no sense. It makes no
Yeah, and in Montgomery, in many school districts, they went back to virtual.
right, right.
Yes,
I
that's
anticipate that that's what we're going to end up doing too, because if everything keeps spiking like it does, we're not going to have any choice. But
yes.
the 2 days were nice while it lasted. I got my Botox done. I got a wax. I went to the dentist. I like total self-cared it up. So, it was needed. All right. So we'll get started. I'm going to go ahead and mute you guys, but remember you can unmute yourself at any time if you need to. And I'm going to mute my dog. Jula, quiet. Come here. Get down. Lay down, Pepper. And then we'll just find a nice comfortable seat, so whatever that looks like to you. Maybe sitting up on some blocks or a blanket. Crossing the legs in front of the body, maybe bringing the legs to Ardha Padmasana, half lotus if it's in your practice, tucking the one sole of the foot into the opposite hip crease, or maybe just crossing the legs one in front of the other. Softening the hips towards the earth, releasing the sits bones into the earth. And lifting and lengthening through the crown of the head, elongating all the muscles along the vertebrae. Roll the shoulders up to the ears and exhale them down the back with an audible sigh. Roll the shoulders up, back, and exhale them down, audible sigh. 2 more times like this. Roll the shoulders up, back, exhale them down. Last time, roll the shoulders up, back, and exhale them down. Letting the shoulders melt down the back body. The elbows straight by the sides, the palms rest on the thighs. And just beginning to drop into your breath here. Noticing the inhalations and the exhalations. Just being a conscious observer of the breath here, not trying to fix or control it in any way. It's perfect just as it is, just allowing the body to be breathed by the breath here. Softening the space behind the eyes, unhinging the jaw, letting the tongue be loose in the mouth. And unfurling any lines that might form in the brow area, so softening the space of the third eye, letting the space between the eyebrows broaden here. Soften all the muscles of the face, let all the muscles of the body drape along the bone with the exception of that long, luminous spine. Finding a gentle engagement of the navel to the spine, keeping the area around the belly soft. Just one more cycle of breath here, that natural ebb and flow, allowing the breath to enter the body. Allowing it to leave the body just as it entered. Minimal intervention from you. And then on your next inhale, we'll gather our hands together at heart center in prayer. Plugging our thumbs into our sternum, lifting our sternum into our thumbs, we'll bow our rational mind towards our loving, compassionate heart. Thanking ourselves for coming to our mats, for taking care of ourselves. Perhaps setting an intention for our practice right here and now, repeating that intention to ourselves 3 times in the present tense as if it's already happening. And then pausing here for a moment of gratitude, reflection, or prayer. And then on your next exhale, we'll return the palms to the lap. We'll lift the chin, lengthen through the crown of the head. And begin cultivating our Ujjayi pranayama here. So this is our victorious yogic breath. It comes in through the nose and out through the nose at a nice even pace. Maybe inhaling to a count of 4. Exhaling to a count of 4. We create a slight constriction in the back of the throat to make the breath audible. Like an ocean wave, or maybe creating the sensation of fogging up a mirror with the lips closed. Grounding ourselves in this audible Ujjayi pranayama before moving into our asana practice. Knowing the breath is there for us to return to over and over again as the mind tries to take us away from the present moment. And on our next exhale, we'll drop the chin to the chest. We'll inhale the breath up behind the eyes, and on an exhale, we'll allow the eyes to flutter open softly. Letting the light leave the eyes soft and liquid-like without reaching or grasping to see anything, keeping the gaze liquid-like and soft, downcast towards the floor. And then we'll inhale our gaze into the space. So we're going to come right over to hands and knees, rolling over the ankles or swinging the legs around behind you, setting up with the wrists beneath the shoulders, the knees beneath the hips. The crown of the head lengthens forward, the tailbone lengthens back, the low belly draws in. Inhale, fill with breath, and then exhale, tuck the hips under, draw the navel to the spine, hollow out the belly, release the head and the neck. And then on your inhale, lift the hips, the belly drops, heart slides forward, shoulders draw back, gaze comes up. Continue moving with your breath here. Exhale, tuck the hips under, navel draws to spine, shoulder blades slide apart. And on your next inhale, we'll ripple forward, finding that dog tilt. Continue flowing through these poses, coordinating breath and movement here. Flossing the spine, moving one vertebrae at a time. Letting the hips initiate the movement, so the hips are the first thing that move as you move from your cat into your dog. The first thing that moves as you move from your dog into your cat. Letting the head and the neck trail behind as an afterthought. And we'll just move through one more full cycle right here. Exhale, draw the navel to the spine. Inhale, ripple forward, finding your dog tilt. And then we'll return to a nice neutral spine, a nice flat back. We're going to lengthen the right leg back long behind us, square the hips, square the toes to face the earth. Option and lengthen that left arm out, bicep by the ear, lengthening through the fingertips and the heel, the crown of the head and the tailbone. Inhale, fill with breath. And on your exhale, draw the knee and the elbow together. Lengthen out, extend out. Hug it in. Lengthen out. Hug it in. Lengthen out. Hug it in. Moving with your breath. Draw the navel deeply to the spine. Each time you punch out that exhalation, lengthen through the fingertips, through the heel. Long line of energy. We'll just be here for about 20 more seconds. Feeling that heat build in that right quad, that right hamstring. Maybe feeling some heat through the core. About 6 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the length. Inhale, fill with breath. And then on your exhale, release the left hand to the earth. We'll bend the right knee. Finding little pulses up with the right heel. Hips stay square, low belly draws in. 8 more little pulses right here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the lift. And then we'll lengthen back through the right heel. We'll take the left toes off the mat, dropping the right heel in line with the left wrist and the left knee. Reaching the right arm up. So stacking the shoulders, stacking the hips, finding our modified side plank, Vashisthasana. Maybe lifting that right leg up. Flexing the toes back towards the face. Maybe finding 8 little pulses up with the right heel. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the lift. Maybe bend that right knee, reaching back to the inside of the foot. Press the foot into the hand as you lift the heart towards the base. Draw the navel in. Feel that right hip open up. Just one more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, press into the foot a little bit more. And then on your exhale, release the right arm towards the sky. The right leg lengthens out. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, the right hand to the earth. The left toes return to the mat. The right knee returns to the mat. We'll walk the hands forward, a full handprint. Shift the shoulders over the wrists and then take it back for a hip circle to the right. And then when the shoulders arrive over the wrists again, we'll take it back to the left. Drawing big, beautiful circles in space with your hips here. Maybe closing the eyes. Going deeper into the sensations the body has to offer. Just one more circle around right here. And then when the shoulders arrive over the wrists again, we'll walk the hands back in, finding our tabletop. Maybe stepping the right knee a little closer to the left. We lengthen back through the left heel, square the hips, square the toes to face the earth. Maybe extend that right arm forward, bicep by the ear. Lengthen through the fingertips and the heel, through the crown of the head and the tailbone. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, knee and elbow come together. Lengthen out, hug it in. Lengthen out, hug it in. Lengthen out, hug it in. Lengthen, squeeze, lengthen, squeeze, lengthen, squeeze, lengthen, squeeze. Moving at a pace that works for you. Remembering that we're trying to get that heart rate up. So if you can push it a little bit, you can move it just a little beat faster. That'll work to elevate that heart rate. Just about 15 more seconds here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen out nice and long. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, release the right hand to the earth. Bend the left knee. Find little pulses up with the left heel. Hips stay square, low belly draws in. Fingers are spread wide. We're rooting into the webbing between the thumb and the first finger, all the knuckles in the finger pads. Just 8 more little pulses here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the lift. And then lengthen back through the left heel. We'll take the right toes off the mat, dropping the left heel in line with the right wrist and the right knee. Lifting the left arm up, stacking the hips, stacking the shoulders. Option to stay right here to float that left leg off the earth. Flex the toes back towards the face. Lengthen the left heel away. An option here to find 8 little pulses up with that left heel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the lift. Inhale, fill with breath. And then on your exhale, option to bend the left knee back. Reaching for the inside of the foot. Pressing the foot into the hand as you lift the heart towards the face. Feel that left hip flexor open up. You're drawing the navel to the spine, protecting the low back. Lift the heart towards the face. Just one more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. Press the foot into the hand a little bit more. And then on your exhale, release the foot. Lengthen it out long. Lengthen the left arm up towards the sky. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, the left hand to the earth. The left knee to the earth. We'll walk the hands forward, a full handprint. Shift the shoulders over the wrists and take it back for a hip circle to the left. Inhale up the right side. Take it back to the right. Inhale up the left side. 2 more times around. Alternating directions. Drawing great big circles in space with your hips here. Make this feel really good. The next time the shoulders stack over the wrist, we'll shift the hips back, walk the fingertips back a few inches, spread the fingers nice and wide, tuck the toes under, press the seat up and back, downward facing dog. 1 cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. And then on your next inhale, we'll float forward, high plank, top of a push-up. And we'll jump the feet out, jump them in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. Stay with it. Hips stay square. Low belly draws in. Shoulders stay stacked over the wrists. Option to just step 1 foot out at a time. That works better for your body. Honoring where your body's at tonight. Might be different than where it'll be tomorrow, or where it was yesterday, or last week. Drawing the navel to the spine, lengthening the tailbone back. Just about 12 more seconds here. Stay with it. Going strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step the feet together, sink it back, downward facing dog. 1 cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. And then on your next inhale, we'll float forward, high plank, top of a push-up. Bring the shoulders to stack over the wrists. Lift the hamstrings towards the sky, lengthen the heels back. Just 3 cycles of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, shift it back, downward facing dog. 1 cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, we'll float forward, high plank, top of a push-up. We'll bring the weight into the left hand as we drop the heels to the left. Lifting the right arm, stacking the hips, stacking the shoulders. Draw the shoulder blades together on the back as you lengthen the crown of the head forward. 1 more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale the right hand down, high plank. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, drop the heels to the right. Lift the left arm up. Stack the shoulders, stack the hips. Draw the shoulder blades together on the back as you lengthen the crown of the head forward. Draw the navel to the spine. One more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale the left hand down, high plank. One full cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, shift it back, downward facing dog. One cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, we'll bend the knees deeply, bring the gaze forward, step or float the feet to the hands and fold into ourselves. And then we'll lift up halfway, finding length. Exhale, fold more deeply. Press into the feet, arms reach and rise, lift up and overhead. Seal it into the heart. Cleansing breath here, inhale. Let it go. Then we're just gonna move into some nice easy jumping jacks here. Float the arms out. Hop the feet out. So you can lift the arms nice and high. Or you can do a nice smaller range of motion. Bringing the fingertips up to shoulder height. You can be here. Stepping the feet out. Finding what works for you. Draw the navel to the spine. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Just about 15 more seconds here. 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hop the feet together, sit the feet back so low that the fingertips can grace the earth, finding Utkatasana chair. Lift through the fingertips. Soften the shoulders down, lift the heart, low belly draws in, tailbone lengthens back. Inhale, fill with breath. And then on your exhale, fold forward. Lift up halfway, find length. And exhale, hands come down, step or float the feet back, high plank. Option to move through vinyasa here if you'd like. Finding your back bend, up dog or cobra. Pressing it back, downward facing dog. One cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, we'll step the right foot forward to be inside of the right thumb. Help it if you need to. Stack the right knee over the ankle. Left heel lifts, left hamstring lifts. Inhale, fill with breath. And then on your exhale, take the left heel down 45 degrees. Rise up, warrior one. Hips stay square, shoulders soften. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, take the hands down, frame the front foot. Step it back, high plank. Option to move through vinyasa here. Finding your back bend. Pressing it back. Downward facing dog, one cycle of breath. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, we'll step the left foot forward to the inside of the left thumb. Setting up runner's lunge, left knee stacks over the ankle. Right heel lengthens back. Inhale, fill with breath. And then on your exhale, we'll take the right heel down 45 degrees. We'll rise up, warrior one. Square the hips, draw that right hip forward, that left hip back. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Step it back, downward facing dog or high plank. Lower through a vinyasa here. Finding your back bend. Pressing it back. Downward facing dog. One cycle of breath. Inhale. And exhale. And then on your next inhale, we'll bend the knees deeply, bring the gaze forward, step or float the feet to the hands, and fold into yourself. Lift up halfway, find length. And exhale, fold more deeply, step the feet together, sit the seat back so low that the fingertips graze the earth, Utkatasana. Chair pose. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And on your exhale, we'll tap the fingers to the earth. We'll lift up, tap them down, lift up, tap, lift, tap, lift. So you can find a hop here if that feels better for you. Lengthen the fingertips towards the sky. Lift through the crown of the head. Get nice and long through the body. Each time you lift the heels, lift the toe ball mounds, or both. Get nice and low. Lift nice and high. Just 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit it back, Utkatasana chair. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale the hands to the heart center. Stand up nice and tall. Cleansing breath here. Inhale. Let it go. So from here, we're going to sweep the arms up and out. And exhale, fold forward. Swan dive down. Lift up halfway, find length. And exhale, hands come down. Step or float the feet back, high plank. Option to move through a vinyasa here. Finding your back bend. Pressing it back. Downward facing dog. 1 cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, we'll step the left foot closer to the right. We'll lift the right leg up into space behind us. Lengthen back through the right heel, soften the left heel closer to the earth. Lengthen and soften. Lengthen and soften. Lengthen and soften. Lengthen back to that right heel nice and long. And then on your exhale, step the right foot to the inside of the right thumb. Help it if you need to. Runner's lunge, right knee stacks over the ankle. Left heel lifts, left hamstring lifts. We'll inhale, rise up, crescent warrior. Soften the shoulders. Hips stay squared, low belly draws in. Tailbone lengthens down. We'll flip the palms to face the front of the room. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, press the palms back as you straighten the right leg. Sweep the palms up as you bend into the right knee. Press it back and straighten. Sweep it up and bend. Press it back and straighten. Sweep it up and bend. Press it back and straighten. Sweep it up and bend into the right knee. Inhale, fill with breath. Exhale, empty out. Inhale, fill with breath. And then on your exhale, take the hands down to frame the front foot. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Option to move through a vinyasa here. Finding your back bend. Pressing it back. Downward facing dog. 1 cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. And on your next inhale, we'll step the left foot closer to the right. Lift the right leg up into space behind you. Lengthen back through the right heel, and then on your exhale, draw the knee to the nose, hollow out the belly. Extend the leg back, 3-legged dog. Draw the knee in, hollow out the belly. Extend it back. Hug it in. 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 Keep moving with your breath here. Punching out those exhalations. Picking up the pace if it's in your practice. Pressing yourself Move a little bit quicker here. Getting that heart rate up. Just 3 more seconds. 2, 1. Lengthen back through the right heel nice and long. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale the right foot down next to the left. Downward facing dog. We'll float forward, high plank, top of a push-up. Lower down, knees, chest, and chin are high plank to low. Find your back bend, up dog or cobra. Press it back. Downward facing dog. And then we'll step the right foot closer to the left. Lift the left leg up into space behind us. Leg the back through the left heel. Soften the right heel closer to the earth. Lengthen. Soften. Lengthen. And soften. Lengthen. And soften. Lengthen back to the left heel nice and long. And then on your exhale, we'll step the left foot forward to the inside of the left thumb. Help it if you need to. Runner's lunge. Left knee stacks over the ankle. And then we'll peel up, finding our crescent warrior. Float the arms up, soften the shoulders. Aligning the upper body over the hips. Lift through the front hip points, lengthen the tailbone down. 1 more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, we'll flip the palms to face the front of the room. We'll press the palms back as we straighten the left knee. Sweep the arms up as you bend into the left knee. Press it back and straighten. Sweep and bend. Press it back and straighten. Sweep and bend. Press it back and straighten. Sweep and bend. Last time, press it back. Bend into the left knee, reach all the fingertips up to the sky. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, take the hands down to frame the front foot. Step the left foot back to meet the right, high plank. Option to move through vinyasa here. If you'd like, finding your back bend, up dog or cobra. Pressing it back. Downward facing dog. 1 cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, we're going to step the right foot closer to the left. We're going to lengthen the left leg up into space behind us. Lengthen back through the left heel. And then on your exhale, we'll draw the knee to the nose, hollow out the belly. Extend it back. Draw it in. Extend it back. Hug it in. Extend it back. Hug it in. Extend it back. Squeeze it in. Lengthen. Hug. Lengthen. Squeeze. Stay with it. Connecting with your breath. Punching out those audible exhalations. Moving as quickly or as slowly as works for your body. Just about 5 more seconds here. Last 4, 3, 2, last 1. Lengthen back through the left heel, drop the left foot in line with the right, finding downward facing dog. And then we'll float forward, high plank, top of a push-up. Lower down. Knees, chest, and chin are high plank to low. Finding your back bend, up dog or cobra. Pressing it back. Downward facing dog. 1 cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. And then we'll bend the knees deeply, bring the gaze forward, step or float the feet to the hands and fold into ourselves. We'll lift up halfway, finding length. And exhale, fold more deeply. Press into the feet, arms reach and rise, lift up and overhead. Seal the hands into the heart space. Cleansing breath here, inhale. Let it go. So shifting the weight into the right heel. We're gonna lift the left knee into the chest. Hollow out the belly. Lift through the crown of the head. Inhale, fill with breath. And then on your exhale, we'll take the left foot behind us. Grabbing onto the inner edge of the foot. Floating that right arm up, maybe finding Gyan Mudra, thumb and the first finger come together. Pressing the foot back into the hand. So keep the hips square, the low belly draws in. Maybe hinging the upper body forward. If the space is available to you. Just be here for one more cycle of breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale the hands to the heart and lengthen back to the left heel, square the hips. One more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, step the left foot back nice and long, finding our crescent warrior. Reach all the fingertips up to the sky. Soften the shoulders. Flip the palms to face the front of the room. Press the palms back as you straighten the right leg. And then bend into the right knee. Float the arms up. Press it back and straighten. Bend and float. Press and straighten. Bend and lift. Press and straighten. Bend and lift. Pausing here. One more cycle of breath. Inhale. And exhale. And on your next inhale, we'll draw the left knee into the chest. We'll step the left foot back nice and long. Draw it in. Step it back. Hug it in. Step it back. Staying rooted into the four corners of the right foot. Moving with your breath. Moving at a pace that works for you. Step and lift. Drawing the navel to the spine. Step the left foot back nice and long. Reach the fingertips forward. Hug the elbows in towards the hips. So you lift up tall through the crown of the head. Building heat in that right glute. That right quad. Just about 10 more seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Step it back nice and long. Reach all the fingertips up. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, the hands come down to frame the front foot. Step it back to high plank. Option to move through a vinyasa here. Finding your back bend. Pressing it back. Downward facing dog. One cycle of breath. Inhale. And exhale. Bend the knees deeply, bring the gaze forward, step or float the feet to the hands and fold into yourself. Lift up halfway, find length. And exhale, fold more deeply. Press into the feet, arms reach and rise, lift up and overhead. Seal it into the heart space. Cleansing breath here, inhale. Let it go. So from here, we're gonna root the weight into the left foot, spreading the left toes nice and wide, grounding through all four corners of the left foot. Then we're gonna draw the right knee into the chest, hollow out the belly, lengthen through the crown of the head. One more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then on your exhale, we'll take the right foot behind us. Grabbing for the inner edge of the right foot, maybe floating that left arm up. Finding Gyan Mudra, pressing the foot back into the hand. So keep the hips square, the low belly draws in. Maybe hinging the body forward if the space is available to you. Just one more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then on your exhale, release the hands to prayer. Lengthen back through the right heel, square the hips. Warrior 3. Inhale, fill with breath. And exhale, empty out. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, step the right foot back nice and long. Reach the arms up. Flip the palms to face the front of the room. Straighten the left leg as you press the palms back. Bend into the left knee as you sweep the arms up. Take it back and press. Bend and lift. Take it back and press. Bend and lift. Take it back and press. Bend and lift. Pausing here. And then we're going to draw the right knee into the chest. Step the right foot back nice and long. Draw it in. Step it back. In, back, in, back. Stay with it. Draw the elbows in towards the hips. As you drag that right knee into the chest. Just about 20 more seconds here. You got it. Grounding through the left foot. Feeling that left glute turn on. That left quad strengthens. Last 10. 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it back nice and long. Reach the arms up. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Step it back, high plank. Option to move through a vinyasa here. Finding your back bend. Pressing it back. Downward facing dog. 3 cycles of breath right here. Or in child's pose. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, we'll float forward, high plank, top of a push-up. We'll bring the weight into the left hand, drop the heels to the left, lift the right arm up. Stack the shoulders, stack the hips. Maybe stack the right foot on top of the left. Maybe lift the right leg up into space. Flexing the right foot. Just one more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, release the right foot down. Inhale, fill with breath. And exhale, the right hand to the earth, high plank. One cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then on your exhale, drop the heels to the right. Maybe stack the left foot on top of the right. Lift the left arm up towards the sky. Lengthen the tailbone away. Option to lift that left leg up. Keeping the hips stacked. Left toes draw back towards the face. Just one more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, release the left foot down. Inhale, fill with breath. And exhale, the left hand to the earth, high plank. Press it back, downward facing dog. 3 cycles of breath right here. Or in child's pose. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. and exhale. On your next inhale, we'll float forward, high plank, top of a push-up. And then we're going to step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Step it back. Left foot steps up and back. Right, left, right, left. Keep drawing the navel to the spine. Lengthening the tailbone back. Option to find a jump switch in here, if that's available to you. Finding what works for your body today. Connecting with your breath. Remembering it's okay to open the mouth. Taking a few cycles of breath. In through the mouth and out through the mouth. If that helps you, keep your breath with you. 5 more seconds. 4, 2, last one. Bring it to plank. Inhale, fill with breath. And then on your exhale, we'll lower halfway down. Find your back bend, up dog or cobra. Press it back. Downward facing dog. 1 cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Bend the knees deeply, bring the gaze forward, step or float the feet to the hands. Fold into yourself. Lift up halfway, find length. And exhale, fold more deeply. Press into the feet, arms reach and rise, lift up and overhead. Seal it into the heart. Cleansing breath here, inhale. Let it go. From here, we're going to sweep the arms up. We're going to grab onto the left wrist with the right hand. Lift up and out of the waist and then lengthen over to the right. So keep lengthening the tailbone down. Draw the navel to the spine. Knit the low ribs in. Soften the left shoulder away from the ear. Lengthen, extend. And exhale, soften into your fold. Just 2 more cycles of breath right here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. And then on your inhale, we'll lift up through center. Grab onto the right wrist, take it over to the left. Draw the navel in, knit the low ribs in, soften the right shoulder away from the ear. Keep lengthening the tailbone towards the earth. Spiraling the heart open. Draw that right shoulder onto the back. Gaze comes under the right arm. 3 cycles of breath right here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften into your fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften a little bit more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. And then we'll inhale, lift up through center. We'll interlace all the fingers but the pointer finger. Taking the gaze towards the sky, taking it back for a little back bend. Press the hips forward, lift the heart. Biceps trapped by the ears. Draw the navel up and in, protecting the low back. Just 1 more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. And then we'll inhale up through center. Exhale the hands to the heart. Find some butt kickers here. Draw the heel back to the seat. Shift the weight from side to side. Try to make contact with the seat here. As if you're actually kicking your own butt. Feel the front of the thighs lengthen. Each time you draw that hamstring back, draw the heel back to the glute. You can keep the hands at prayer. You can pump the arms. That gets your heart rate up a little bit more. If you're trying to bring your heart rate down a little bit, keeping the hands at prayer, hands on the hips are a good option. Finding what works for you. Drawing those heels up nice and high. Navel draws to spine. Crown of the head lengthens. 3 more seconds. Last 2. Last 1. Plant the feet, sweep the arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Lift up halfway, find length. And exhale, hands come down, step or float the feet back, high plank. Option to move through vinyasa here. Lowering down. Finding your back bend, up dog or cobra. Pressing it back. Downward facing dog. 3 cycles of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And then on your next inhale, we'll step the feet out nice and wide towards the corners of the mat. Keep shifting the chest back towards the thighs. Releasing the head and the neck, lengthening the heels towards the earth. 1 more cycle of breath right here in our nice wide downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. And then on your next inhale, we'll walk the hands back towards the feet. Coming to Malasana yogic squat. Dropping the seat in between the heels. Lifting the heart towards our prayer hands, lengthening through the crown of the head. Lengthening the tailbone down, working towards getting that spine perpendicular to the earth. Just 1 more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. And then on your next inhale, we'll plant the hands, spread the fingers nice and wide. Lifting the knees up to the upper arms. Shifting some more weight forward into the triceps. Lifting 1 toe. Maybe both toes. Maybe touching the toes at the top. Finding your Bakasana crow pose. I'll just be here for 1 more cycle of breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, release the heels to the earth. Bring the hands to prayer. We'll interlace all the fingers, but the pointer finger extending the arms forward as we lower the seat to the earth as gracefully as possible. Bringing the feet in front of us. Moving any fleshy parts away from the seat. And then we'll sweep the arms up. And exhale, fold towards the toes. Draw the navel to the spine. Melt the heart space down. Release the head and the neck. Just 1 more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. And then on your next inhale, we'll rise up. We'll bend the knees. Bring the hands to prayer. Hinge the upper body back and then twist to the right. Inhale through center. Twist left. Twist right. Twist left. Twist right. Twist left. Twist right. Twist left. So if you're not feeling this in your core enough, you're welcome to lift one foot, or maybe lift both feet. Feel this twist initiate from the core. Draw that elbow down towards the earth. Twist the heart space open. Keep lifting those feet if they're lifted. Keeping the shins parallel to the earth. Just 3 more seconds here. 2, 1. Bring the hands behind the thighs, lift up. Finding Navasana boat pose. You have the option to keep the hands resting behind the thighs or to extend the arms forward. Lift the heart, soften the shoulders, draw the navel in. Just 1 more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, take it down, Ardha Navasana, half boat. Heart stays lifted above the legs. And then we'll lift up, finding Navasana boat pose. Take it down, half boat, Ardha Navasana. Lift it up. Take it down. Lift it up. Take it down. Lift it up. Last time, take it down. Hold it down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, fill with breath. And then on your exhale, release the feet, release the upper body, reach the arms overhead. Lengthen from the fingertips to the crown of the tips of the toes. Full body stretch here. Maybe a cleansing breath. Inhale. Let it go. So as you're ready, we'll draw the knees into the chest. We'll rock a little side to side. Maybe taking the knees out further over the hips to target the low back a little bit more. Maybe drawing circles in one direction with the knees. And then circling the knees in the other direction. Doing what feels really good for your body right here and now. And then as you're ready, we'll bring the arms out to a T, palms facing up. We'll drop the knees over to the left side of the body as the gaze comes over the right shoulder. Finding a reclined spinal twist. Soften the thighs towards the earth. The shoulders towards the mat. Soften the eyes and the sockets. Release the jaw. Just one more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. And then on your next inhale, we'll bring the knees through center, the gaze through center. We'll drop the knees over to the opposite side as the gaze comes over the left shoulder. Finding your reclined spinal twist. One more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. And then we'll inhale the knees through center, the gaze through center. We'll bring the hands behind the head, interlacing the fingers, lifting the head and the neck off the earth, keeping the chin off the chest. The knees stack over the hips, and then we'll draw the right foot out as we twist to the right, left. Draw it through center, twist to the right, through center, twist left, through center, twist right, through center, twist left, through center, twist right. Staying with it, connecting with your breath, feeling that heat build through the core, working the abdominals. Targeting those obliques here. Find that nice deep twist. Stay with it. Four more here. 3, 2, last one. Hug it into center. Draw the elbows up into the knees. Hollow out the belly, curling into yourself. Inhale, fill with breath. And then on your exhale, release the hands. Release the legs long towards the corners of the mat. Letting the feet flop open. Nestling the shoulder blades under the back, bringing the arms by the sides of the body, palms facing up. And setting up for your final relaxation. If this posture is comfortable for you, just settling in here. And if it's not, finding a posture that works for you, where you can let go of any tension in the body, where you can let go of control of the breath. Let it all go here. Give yourselves these few moments of rest. Beginning to deepen the breath. Bringing awareness back to the breath. And then bringing awareness back to the physical body in whatever way makes sense for you. You can wiggle the fingers or the toes. You can turn the head from side to side, flipping the wrists. Palms up and palms down. Rolling the ankles. Only if it feels good for you, stretching your arms overhead. Your toes or your heels towards the front of the room for a full body stretch. Before drawing your knees into your chest, giving yourself a great big hug. Before rolling onto the right side of the body. Pause in the fetal position. Taking a moment to notice how you feel here. Without judgment. Just notice. And then as you're ready in your time, pressing yourself up to a seated position. Stacking head, neck, and trunk in a long vertical line. A conduit here between heaven and earth. We'll bring our hands to heart center in prayer, bowing our rational mind towards a loving, compassionate heart. Thanking ourselves for showing up to our mats tonight. For taking care of ourselves. Perhaps recalling our intention for our practice, seeing if we can carry some piece of that into our evening ahead. I'd like to seal the space with the sound of one Om. Feel free to join me or just listen and allow the vibration to wash over you. Inhaling deeply. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the words, thoughts, and actions of my own life in some way contribute to that happiness and that freedom for all. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Namaste. How do you feel?
Good.
Good? Good. That's what I like to hear. How are you, Maria?
Thank you. Fine. Thank you.
Good?
Yes,
Good.
it was good.
All right. Sweet. So, Maria, I will see you tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I will let you know.
Okay, let me know for sure. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yes,
then I will see you both on Monday, I hope.
yes.
Cool. Looking forward to it.
Thank you
Enjoy
very
your
much.
weekend if I don't see you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye, ladies.
Thank you.